America, we got to get back to doing what's expected of us as free citizens in this democracy. That means being tolerant, being respectful, staying informed, and being engaged. I'm former Congressman Joe Walsh. Follow me here and join the millions of Americans who are renewing their social contract with each other. The social contract, it's on us. How the hell is this race so damn close? Not a day goes by that I'm not asked that question, typically from a Democrat, an independent, a progressive, somebody who doesn't like Donald Trump, somebody who believes rightly that Donald Trump is a horrible human being, somebody who believes rightly that Donald Trump is an existential threat to this democracy. Not a day goes by that I don't have someone ask me, Joe, my God, how can this thing even be close? How is it possible? I mean, and Trump's a convicted felon, Joe. How is this race even close? Trump lies every time he opens his mouth. Listen to him at these rallies. The hatred, the cruelty. I mean, just this weekend, Joe, Trump pledged to use the military on his political opponents. Joe, my God, how can this thing be close? Every day I'm asked that question, primarily by people who do not like Donald Trump, and they don't understand. I feel for them. They don't get it. And by the way, it happened again last night. That's why this is so front and center right now. Last night, a Harris supporter, someone who's become a friend of mine, almost in tears, she reached out to me last night in disbelief. She watched what Trump said at his latest rally, an hour and a half of just nonsensical gibberish, an hour and a half of just spewing hatred. She heard Trump this Sunday morning, on an interview on Fox News. Trump said that he's open to using the military on his political opponents. And she reached out to me last night, almost in tears. Joe, what's happening? How can this thing even be close? Like, I get it. People may not know Kamala Harris and they may think she's too far left and they may have a problem with her on this issue or that. But Joe, explain to me. I don't understand this. This woman who reached out to me is a good, sincere progressive. Someone who disagrees with me on most policy issues. We've become friends because we're locked in arms right now, doing all we can to stop Trump. And every now and then she reaches out to me. She reached out to me last night, almost in tears. Cannot understand how this race is neck and neck. How the polling shows, all of the polling shows, it's a dead heat nationally and in the battleground states. And she reached out to me, as a lot of Democrats do, looking for an answer, looking for some sort of understanding, because she genuinely didn't understand and doesn't understand. how this is a race, how someone who she considers to be utterly un-American, Donald Trump, why and how he even is in the game here. I explained to her why this election's close. I'm going to explain to everybody listening to me why right now, with 3 weeks and a day left, this thing is neck and neck. I want to start, though, with this, and this is a really important point to my Democratic friends, to all my progressive friends. The fact that you don't understand why this race is so close, to me says, and I say this with respect, and I say this with love, to me says, and I said this to her last night, how out of touch you are, how out of touch the Democratic Party has become. The fact that you have to ask that question, Trump versus Kamala Harris, it's neck and neck, it's a tie. It could come down to one state, it could come down to 200 or 300 voters. The fact that you do not understand, my Democratic friends, the fact that you don't understand why this race is so damn close is evidence as to why the race is so close, but it's great evidence as to how, again, with love and respect, how out of touch you are to what's going on in this country. You know where I stand on Trump. Donald Trump is a pathological liar. We've never, ever seen a liar like him. Donald Trump is a threat to our democracy. Donald Trump did not accept the results of the 2020 election. He will not accept the results of this election if he loses. He is an existential threat to this country. Donald Trump is the face and the voice of hatred. I could go on and on and on. You know where I stand on Trump. I know what an utterly horrible human being Trump is, but I also know why the race is really close. It's not surprising to me that this is a 50-50 race and Trump has a decent shot to win. So let me help you again, because we've got 3 weeks to go. And I think it would behoove everybody at this point, again, to be reminded again at this point as to why this race is so close. I think you need to understand. And look, to all the Trump supporters, love you all. Most of you are out to lunch right now. And I want to remind all the Trump supporters listening to me, Joe Walsh is a failure and a douchebag. Bill, if you're going to call me a failure and a douchebag, that's not allowed here. You can call me a failure and a douchebag, but you need to explain to me why you think I'm a failure and a douchebag. Because what we're trying to do here is engage in a dialogue. And if you tell me why I'm a failure and a douchebag, that then gives me something to respond to. I can respond to you, Bill, and then you can respond to me. I can then respond to you. And do you see what we got, Bill? We got us a dialogue going on. So don't just lash out and say, Joe Walsh, you're a jackass. Joe Walsh, you're a slandering asshole. Thank you, HR. Hope you had a good weekend, HR. Tell me why you think I'm a slandering asshole. Come on now, we all know that. A reminder to a reminder to everybody listening to me before I get into why this race is so close. And it's not at all surprising to me. It's never been surprising to me that this race is super close. Before I do get into it, though, I just want to remind everybody it's really close. It's neck and neck. It's a tie. Trump has a great chance to win. But I want to remind everybody it's neck and neck. It's a tie. It's really close. You know what that also means? That also means Kamala Harris has a really good chance to win too, Trump supporters. If it's a 50-50 race right now, And I know you can figure this out. If it's a 50-50 race right now, that means Trump has a 50% chance of winning. But you know what else? That means Kamala Harris has a 50% chance to win too. The question for you, Trump supporters, is will you accept a loss? Like if Trump wins as an American, because it's my responsibility, if Trump wins, of course, I will accept the will of the people. I will accept the election result. The question for you, Trump supporters, we know Trump won't accept a loss. Will you be responsible and accept a loss if Trump loses? Why is this election close? I'll walk you through again right now why this election is so damn close. In no particular order. Immigration. Reason one. Why is this election so damn close? The issue of immigration. Pay attention, Democrats. Pay attention, everybody on the left. This is a big issue, immigration. It's been a big issue for a long time. See, we here in America, we have a broken immigration system. It's been broken for a long time. Neither political party has done the will to do anything about it. I've always been a border hawk. I don't think anybody should come into this country illegally. We do a shitty job in this country of keeping people out of this country illegally. This issue of immigration is an issue that impacts regular Americans. It doesn't impact wealthy liberals. Pay attention, Democrats, my Democratic friends, those of you who are well-to-do and you listen to MSNBC, you watch MSNBC every day. The issue of people coming into this country illegally probably doesn't impact you. The issue of migrants coming into this country legally and flooding this country legally, that issue probably doesn't impact you, wealthy liberal Democrat, but it impacts regular Americans, not just Trump's supporters. Right now in this country, we have millions and millions of migrants, not just in Springfield, Ohio, in New York City, in Denver, Colorado, in towns big and small throughout this country. Migrants have been placed in these towns and in these cities, directly impacting the Americans who live in those towns and those cities. This issue of immigration is a big deal. We have a broken immigration system. Yes, my Democratic friends, Trump and Vance and the Republicans, they lie about the issue and they demagogue the issue. Cats and dogs, right? But it's a real issue. Pay attention. I'll get back to that. This issue of immigration is one of the big reasons why this election's so close. Republicans demagogue the issue of immigration. Democrats for too long have ignored the issue. When Joe Biden and Kamala Harris got elected, they made the immigration problem a lot worse. It wasn't until 3.5 years into their administration when they decided, we got a problem. People care about immigration. This issue's hurting us. And then 3.5 years in, Biden and Harris tried to begin to do something about the issue. Too late. Team Biden and Harris ignored the issue from the moment they got elected for 3.5 years. And now it's biting them in the ass. That is one of the reasons, and it's an issue that impacts regular working class Americans, white, black, and brown. Pay attention, Democrats. It does. Why is this election so damn close? Reason number two. Like, oh my God, how can an evil, bad, horrible person like Donald Trump be neck and neck, be in a tie? Here's reason number two. This country is dangerously divided. Period. I would remind everybody listening to me right now, 2016 was a tie. Trump versus Hillary Clinton, basically an electoral tie. Trump won electorally by like 50,000 votes in 3 states. 2020, electorally, a tie. Yeah, Joe Biden won by 7-8 million votes, the popular vote, big deal. Joe Biden won in 2020 electorally by about 70,000 votes in 3 states. So 2016 was a tie. 2020 was a tie. Odds are really strong that this year will basically be almost an electoral tie as well. We are a dangerously partisan and divided country. There are too damn many Americans who are going to vote one side no matter what, and too damn many Americans who are going to vote the other side no matter what. And it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what either candidate says or does. We are dangerously divided. That's reason number two for why this election is so damn close. Like, it doesn't matter what Trump does. To the woman who reached out to me last night and all the Democrats who say to me, but Joe, Trump lies every time he opens his mouth. And he does. It doesn't matter. Because Trump's supporters are going to vote for him even though he lies every time he opens his mouth. We are dangerously polarized and dangerously divided. Reason number three for why this election is so damn close right now. Donald Trump is a damn good demagogue. He's good. From the moment he came on the scene 8-9 years ago, he came down that escalator 8-9 years ago, and he said, America sucks. America sucks because of brown and black people. I'm going to build a wall and I'm going to keep brown and black people out. From the moment Trump said that 8-9 years ago till now, he has done a really, really good job, a great job at preying upon and demagoguing our ugliest and darkest fears. Donald Trump wins through hate. The more Trump can get us hating each other, the better his chances of winning. The more that Donald Trump can get Americans feeling hateful, Trump's chances of winning increase. Trump's a great demagogue. He preys upon our primal fears. Everything he says and does, they're going to slit your throat, these migrants. They're eating your cats and dogs. America is a dark place. America sucks. There's crime on every street. We've got to deport everybody in this country. Brown and black people are coming for your cats and dogs. Trump does a really good job of taking, and we all got it. We all got it inside us. We all have hopes and we all have ugly, dark fears inside us. Donald Trump does a great job at reaching inside of us, grabbing our ugliest and darkest fears, grabbing the bigotry we all have, grabbing and shaking the racism we all have to a degree, Trump does a great job of grabbing that, shaking it, and getting us all pissed off and scared. You listen to everything he says. He's trying to scare people into voting for him. This election's really, really close because Trump's done a really, really good job of that. Not just with his voters. He's got a lot of black men scared about what a dark, shitty place America is. Trump reaches Latino men with what a shitty, dark, ugly, bigoted, dangerous place America is. This election's close. Reason number 3, because Trump's a really good demagogue. And he's demagogued the issues of crime and immigration and the economy really, really well. Reason number 4 for why this election is still so damn close. Immigration. I'm repeating myself. Pay attention, Democrats. Immigration. The issue of immigration matters. Our broken immigration system impacts regular Americans, working class Americans. Republicans demagogue the issue. Democrats have ignored the issue. Reason number 5 for why this election is so damn close. Democrats, pay attention, my brothers and my sisters. Pay attention from this homeless Tea Party independent. Reason number 5 for why this election's so damn close is because of you, Democrats. The Democratic Party over the years, Democrats over the last 5, 10, 15 years have become an arrogant, elitist, utterly out of touch political party. Democrats have become out of touch with regular working class Americans. And by the way, if you don't agree with me, Democrats, if you don't believe me, think about this. I've mentioned the issue of immigration twice, Democrats. If you are a Democrat and you're rolling your eyes at the issue of immigration as a reason for why this election's so damn close, if you're rolling your eyes at the issue of immigration, Democrats, and you don't think our broken immigration system is a problem, Democrats, you just proved my point. You just proved how utterly out of touch you are. Because this issue of immigration is an issue with regular folk, 9 to 5 folk, white, black, and brown, working class Americans. See, the Democratic Party has become the party of the wealthy elites who live in New York City, who live in Washington, D.C., who live in Hollywood, who live in big cities, who live in fancy suburbs, who watch MSNBC. And they care more about a lot of these woke issues. They push all the gender issues. They push a lot of these woke issues down the throats of working class Americans, when working class regular Americans really don't give a damn about any of that stuff. Working class regular Americans care about the price of gas. They care about the safety of their neighborhood. They care about the price of bread. They care about just getting by and staying healthy and keeping crime off of their streets. These are folks who live day to day, paycheck to paycheck. Democrats have become a party of elites. And it shows. Trump gets now the vast majority of working class white voters, Democrats. And it's not just a race thing. Trump continues to increase his share of working class black and working class brown voters. I'll give you an example, Democrats. I'll never forget after Joe Biden's elected and COVID's beginning to recede, and remember how inflation was rampant, and remember what the price of gas was like at the pump. Regular working class Americans, not you wealthy Democrats, regular working class Americans complaining back in 2021 about the price of gas. And I'll never forget the Democratic Party, AOC, and a bunch of others to do something about the price at the pump. AOC and others proposed a bunch of Green New Deal shit. They proposed at that time, let's look at clean energy right now. Let's look at wind and solar. And I remember thinking, this was in 2021, are you serious, Democrats? Right now, the average working class Joe struggling to get by paycheck to paycheck, and the price of gas is over $5 a gallon. They don't give a damn right now. Wind and solar aren't going to help them with the price at the pump right now. Just one example of just how utterly out of touch the Democratic Party has become. And I'm sorry, Zachary, most wealthy suburbanites now hate Trump. Yes, Zachary, wealthy Republicans are elitists too, but most wealthy suburbanites now vote Democrat. Most wealthy urban people now vote Democrat. They're not voting Republican. Because of Trump, wealthy suburbanites now vote Democrat, and working class guys and gals without a college degree now vote Republican. Because Democrats have been harping on and obsessed with issues that working class Americans day to day really don't give a damn about. And Democrats have been ignoring the issues that working class people who live day to day do give a damn about, like crime on their streets, street crime, like the price of gas and milk and bread, and like this issue of our broken immigration system. All of these migrants coming here for a good life impacts regular folk. It impacts their way of life. It impacts the resources that go to them. It impacts their livelihood, their ability to find a job, and all the rest. Democrats, you have grown out of touch with all of this. Democrats, if you wanna thrive as a political party, god damn it, you better learn how to fucking connect with regular working class Americans and tell a lot of these wealthy woke folk who you listen to on MSNBC respectfully to get lost a little bit. This election is really, really close. And part of it is on you, Democrats. You've become too elitist. You become arrogant. You look down on me. You look down on people like me, Democrats. You look down on working class Americans, Democrats, who get angry about the issue of immigration. And most of these working class Americans, they're not like Trump. Trump's an ass. Trump's a horrible guy. Trump's a hateful guy. Most of these good, regular working class Americans who are concerned about the issue of immigration, they're good people. Did you hear me, Democrats? Damn it, they're good people. They're concerned. And instead of addressing them, Democrats, you've dismissed them. You've looked down on them. And by the way, Democrats, because you've become the party now of the wealthy elites, you've given, hear me, you've given an evil demagogue like Trump the opening to talk to and spread lies to and spew hatred at these regular working class Americans. Because you've ignored the concerns of working class folk, and you've been more concerned about these woke issues. Man, Democrats, you've given Trump, who is an evil demagogue, a great opening to connect with these regular people. And he's done it. And yeah, he's demagogued them. And yeah, he's preyed on their fears. And yeah, he lies to them every time he speaks to them. But he listens to them. Democrats, you've given Trump an opening. Reason number 6. I'm almost done, guys, for why this election's so close right now. And it goes like this. We've never, ever, ever seen a pathological liar on the scale of Trump. Politicians, you've heard me say this through the years, from the beginning of time, politicians have hedged, fibbed, and lied. We've never, ever, ever seen a politician lie on the scale of Donald Trump. He is a pathological liar extraordinaire. He lies every time he opens his mouth. He lies about big things and small things. He is a pathological liar. He lies as he breathes. What it's done is, for way too many Americans, Trump's lies have destroyed the truth. And that's made this election close. That made 2016 close. That made 2020 close. That has made this election close. A lot of Americans, a lot more than just his base, believe his lies. They've internalized his lies. So they believe that migrants are committing crimes on every street in America. They believe all the lies that Trump spews. Trump's greatest legacy is the destruction of truth. Just a plain fact. It's one of the reasons this race is close. We're up against a pathological liar like we ain't never seen before. And over time, it's destroyed truth in the minds of a lot of Americans. And over time, it's impacted this race just like it impacted the races in 16 and 20. Final reason for why this election is so damn close. And I'll repeat myself. Immigration. Immigration. We have a broken immigration system. We have a broken immigration system that neither political party has wanted to fix. All the Republicans want to do is demagogue the issue, and the Democrats have not wanted to even address the issue. And so here we sit. We have good, decent Americans impacted by the issue, and we have good, decent people, migrants, immigrants, who come here every day, every week, every month, every year for a better life, and they're fucked by a broken immigration system. But the point for our conversation right now is, and yeah, I repeated the issue of immigration 3 times as a reason for why this race is so close, because the point of our conversation right now is this election is a tie. And this issue of immigration impacts regular working class Americans, Republican, Independent, and Democrat, white, black, and brown. And the elitist Democratic Party better fucking wrap their arms around that. The answer is to have an answer. The answer is to fix the problem. Okay? The answer is not to do what Biden and Harris did from the beginning. And let's be clear about something, because this is an issue I care about and I've studied for a long, long time. When Trump got elected, this was a problem. And people were coming in and flooding, and we were dumping people throughout the country when Trump was president. Trump, in many ways, it was worse under Trump. Finally, the last year of Trump's administration, he got tough and implemented rules, and which did something about at least the border. Then Biden and Harris come in, and instantly they reversed all the tough things that Trump did. And all of a sudden, for 3 years, they flooded back into this country. And Democrats didn't give a damn. And Biden didn't give a damn. And Harris didn't give a damn. And then it became a political issue. And Biden and Harris finally gave a damn. And by that point, Trump purposely sabotaged, an immigration bill. Because at that point, Trump and the Republicans just wanted it to be a political issue. The answer is a political party that will acknowledge this is a big problem for working class Americans and propose solutions to fix it. That's the answer. Neither side is doing this. Why is this damn election so close? Because we are a dangerously polarized and divided country, right? My team, no matter what. My team, no matter what. That's where most Americans are. This is a close election because the Democratic Party has become elitist, arrogant, and out of touch. The Democratic Party has become the party of wealthy elitists. Why is this election so damn close? Because Trump has done a great job of demagoguing everything and appealing to the very worst in us. Demagogues can be really successful. Trump's really successful. He's convinced almost half of America to believe his lies. I'll close with this. I know why this election's so damn close. There's 3 weeks to go. At this point, what would be my wish? At this point, and I said this on TV yesterday, at this point, I wish Kamala Harris would get righteously angry. I wish she would. And I wish Kamala Harris would go at the demagogue, the evil demagogue, the threat to democracy that Trump is. I wish Kamala Harris would make these final 3 weeks about Donald Trump, about the existential threat that he is to our democracy. I wish she'd do that. I wish Kamala Harris would talk to and engage with and listen to regular working class Americans. I wish Kamala Harris would get up in front of the American people and say, we fucked up. We messed up when we first got elected. We did not understand this issue of immigration. Now I do. I've talked to Americans, and we're going to do something about it. I wish Kamala Harris would say that, do that. Trump's going to keep spewing all the lies and hatred he's going to do these final few weeks. Democrats, you got 3 weeks. Now it's about winning. Now it's about getting your votes out. I want Trump to lose more than you want Trump to lose. I gave up my life and my career to oppose Trump. Everything I've said the last 30 minutes is because I want Trump to lose. And I believe MAGA is a threat to this country. I come from MAGA, damn it. I believe MAGA is a threat to this country. Everything I've said, the advice I've offered right now, why I think this election's close, the wake-up call that I issue to elitist Democrats, it's all because I want Trump and MAGA to lose. So take it with that intention. And work your ass off now, because now it's all about getting your people out to vote. Thanks for listening. I apologize for going on so long. Shoot me an email if you want. My email, joewalsh@whiteflag, joewalshwhiteflag@gmail.com, all one word. joewalshwhiteflag, all one word, @gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Let's make it a good week. Go work your ass off. Thanks, everybody. Be brave.
Remember to listen, share, and follow The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.